are live over here for the watch along of Bayern Munich up against the likes of St. Pauli. That is what the Bundesliga round 12 fixture. It is over here for the Saturday evening. But Bayern Munich has got a thrashing defeat against Arsenal. That is the thing where the fans have got no answers. What are the reasons why Bayern have got those defeats to Arsenal? But we will be making a compiled video of that, which is coming up tomorrow morning sharp on our YouTube platform, where you can watch that what were the main reasons why Bayern got those defeats to Arsenal. It has been a humiliation, it has been a crushing defeat, it has been no answers for the fans which they have been left, because Bayern getting undisputed this season, winning every matches in their fixtures, but just couldn't make anything good against Arsenal. And Gunners, out of no way, whatever they had, they just yielded everything into this, and Bayern got a defeat. But for today's watch along, it is Bayern up against the likes of St. Pauli. We will be having the live lineups over here onto our screen, not denying any fact that it has been a humiliation against Arsenal, and Vincent Kompany still getting proven that he is new as a manager. He is novice, he is not having anything. Let me put that question, that who was responsible for that Bayern defeat against Arsenal? Will we put that question, or we will be just focusing on this fixture? Because Bayern fans have no answers, have no clue that how Bayern got defeated to St. Pauli. Are they going to get defeat today against St. Pauli? Because no denying the fact, it is the referee who is also critical for today's fixture. Just have a look at that. It is Felix Zoyer, the referee for today's fixture in the Bundesliga round 13. Who is there? He is up against Bayern Munich and St. Pauli. This man, Felix Zoyer, is the referee for today's fixture. Will that be good enough? But talking in the Bundesliga table, Bayern are doing definitely good. Whether they are going to be making any significant changes in the lineups or not, we will be having that discussion as well. We will be having the predictions of this fixture, and just in under 21 minutes left for the kickoff. The timer is all set onto our screen. Yes, it is 21 minutes left for the kickoff. We will be analyzing the lineups, and then we will be moving on that what is that thing which is looking to be happening. There is also another big Bundesliga fixture. It is Leverkusen, who are up against the likes of Dortmund. That is what the thing is. Let me have my chewing gum over here, because this adds more beneficiary for me in talking. That is the thing. It is Leverkusen and Dortmund as well for today's fixture, and both Leverkusen and Dortmund are going to be facing each other in the DFB Pokal as well. That is the thing which we will be having a view of. But before that, let us have the look of the lineups of Bayern and St. Pauli onto our screen. Let us have that lineup straight onto our screen. That is what the lineup is. Look at that. It is Manuel Neuer, the old legendary goat, has been again picked. Manuel Neuer and his performance against Arsenal, it was not at all acceptable. The way Manuel Neuer had performed, whether it was the likes of Martinelli, whether it was the likes of the goals which he has conceded, it was beyond expectation what has happened, and the Bayern fans, the Bavaria, has been totally demolished against the Gunners. Gunners have been not undefeated. They have got a single loss in the Premier League, that was against Liverpool. But Bayern's performance, getting their first loss against Arsenal, the table has turned a lot. But Vincent Kompany has just nullified the statement that it is not the end of the UCL, it is just the league phase, and he is building up. We will be having the complete analysis video of how Bayern got that demolishing defeat against the likes of Arsenal, which will be publishing tomorrow morning, coming on to our YouTube vlog section. The RAMSAY vlogs which has been created, the different playlists are there. But look at that, it is Manuel Neuer now on the lineup against St. Pauli. If Manuel Neuer is not the future, Manuel Neuer is not playing in the DFB, the D-Mean chap have not the hopes with Manuel Neuer, and Manuel Neuer has also just resigned from the DFB. He is not playing in the nationals, but he is staying with Bayern in the squad, and still Bayern management as well as Vincent Kompany and the allied forces of Uli Hoeneß and the likes of Max Eberl are not being able to find a replacement for Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer still at this age is performing the number one. Manuel Neuer, look at this, 39 years of age, he is playing this season, 16 matches he has played, 15 he has got those saves, 1 yellow card, that is what he has got. That is the thing which is talking. But in the stats for Bayern, look at that. If Bayern in the table we are looking over here, look at that. It is the goal scored 41, goal against they have got 8. That is what the stats are for Bayern this season. 31 matches, 31 is the points, 11 matches they have played, 10 wins, 1 draw. It was a draw the previous fixture in the Bundesliga which Bayern has got, but goals scored 41, but they have conceded 8 goals. 33 is what the difference is making in the squad. So Manuel Neuer, whether his performance is getting critical or not, but looking into straight, look at that in the 25-26 season, this season he has played 16, he has got 15, 1 he has missed. It was Jonas Ubig who has got that. In the involvement we are talking, look at that, 16 all in all he has got. All the in the fitness if we are talking, look at that, he has got a good ELO rating as well, but the performance of Manuel Neuer has been really critical in that. In the injuries if we are talking, for Manuel Neuer, 39 years of age, he has got very minor. In the month of November he was off for 1 day. It was in the month of March and April where he got a big upsetting moment, but it was in the previous season. Not to be concerned, Manuel Neuer at 39 years is performing and he is giving his best despite all the ugly aspects which he has given against the likes of Arsenal. Whether this legendary man is the future where Bayern will still hope to continue with 1 or more or 2 seasons continuing on, but DFB has no equal rights with Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer is not there for Julian Nagelsmann to be talking in the German national squad, and neither he will be playing in the FIFA World Cup 2026. That is what the thing is about Manuel Neuer. But again, looking at that, look at this. It is Upamecano who is not there. It is Jonathan Tah and Min Jae Kim who have been picked on the center backs. That is what Vincent Kompany has done for this lineup. That is the thing which we were wanting to be happening, because the rotation in the squad which the Bayern fans were looking and expecting to be having is what Vincent Kompany is doing in this season. But against Arsenal, do you guys think that there was some sort of tactical glitches which could have been made in the squad to get a win against the likes of Arsenal? Would that have been the story? Let me put that on the chat section. Let me put that Q&A on the chat. Why Bayern lost to Arsenal? Why Bayern lost to Arsenal? That is what the big question which has been pinned on the chat. We want the answers of that. Why Bayern got the loss to Arsenal? Despite the involvement of so many goal scoring aspects, it was a humiliation at the Emirates. The Gunners were all tactically so good and get those big performances, but there was not a single reply which Vincent Kompany could get with that team. Whether it is the injuries talking, whether it is the management who is not getting the best of the transfers, or it is those new scouts which are not getting good for the team, whatever that is, give your answers. We are waiting for your answers to be coming on to our chat. But for today's lineup, again, look at that. It was Manuel Neuer, which we had a brief discussion of that. But Jonathan Tah and Min Jae Kim has been picked for today's centre-back lineups. But talking about Upamecano, look at that. Where is that man in the defensive aspect? Not to be seen. Upamecano is not available for today's fixture. Who is that going to be? Tom Bishop on the left backs. Defensive mid-pitch player Tom Bishop. He is the future we can expect from him. But look at his career path. Tom Bishop, talking about him, especially if he is the man to be talking in, he has been involved so many of the times. Just 20 years of age, he is on the valuation of 37 millions, more than 37.5 millions. He is there over. His shirt number is 20. He is that box-to-box player, but he is getting involved in those left backs for Vincent Company. That is what the ugly story is, because there is that potential Alphonso Davies who is not available for the substitution, and it is Tom Bishop who has been primarily seen playing in those positions. But it is gradually the game is progressing higher. Tom Bishop has been seen making those progresses on the mid pitch rather than staying on those inverted backs. This is a complete mess, whether Vincent Company is doing or not, whether it is the future where he is playing with it because he is waiting for Alfonso Davies to be coming in. But Hiroki Ito was the man who could have been just made some sort of aspects into this, but he hasn't been. But look at the injuries of Tom Bishop over here. He has been a minor operation. It was for in the month of August to September, where he was missing in the start of the season. Disciplinary point, he has missed the round 31 that has been in the previous season. Apart from that, this young man is performing well, but not that good enough to be performing in those big critical matches where UCL features you have to get those edges. That is what the thing is. But look at that again, Lima has been picked, Hiroki Ito not given those opportunities again. He is back from the injuries, but still not getting those confidences which Vincent Company would have wanted to be happening. That is what the story is. Big upsetting stories, but look at that. This man, Konrad Laimer, he is so underrated. He makes those appearances, he makes those stats counting in good. In his missing of the match days, he has got a disciplinary point, missed the final. That is what he is. He hasn't got any significant injuries this year. The last injury which this man got was in the month of December. It was the previous season. This season, Konrad Laimer has been really performing good all the way around, and there have been lots of expectations which Vincent Company was having with this team, and he is delivering it. This man is delivering it. Give your answers to those questions, my boys. Give your answers to those questions which has been pinned on the chat. Still, we have got 11 minutes for the kickoff. How are things rolling for in this match day for Bayern? We will be having a discussion of that. Jonathan Tah as well, he is the man who is staying there, but what has happened to Upamecano? Why he is not there on the lineup? But this man, Felix Zoya, is the referee for today. He will be critical enough. Felix Zoya, the referee for today, will be definitely critical to watch for, whether he is making some ugly decisions or not. The availability of bid pitch, look at that again, Joshua Kimmich and Pavlovic. So Goretzka is not the future for Vincent Company, and Bayern management must have made some sort of decisions. That is why Goretzka is not picked on the lineup, in the starting lineup. But what are those options if Goretzka is losing that in the winters, going to some other clubs for those transfers? Lennart Karl, my young man, he has been scored. This is the man who has been doing the talking. Lennart Karl is the future for Bayern as well as the future of DFB. He is doing the talking. He is that number 42 which he has been given. He is playing those central attacking mid-pitch, especially from the left wings. But in the academy, this man Lennart Karl was seen playing on those central attacking mid-pitch as well. The place where it is given to Guerrero. Look at that. Now it is Rafael Guerrero on the attacking mid-pitch. That is what I am saying. It is Bayern Munich. If we are talking about their fixtures, look at that. The fixtures of Bayern, let me just put that on the screen. It was against Arsenal. That was a 3-1 humiliation which we are talking over here. We are not showing that video because it will go on to those copyright segments. But look at the lineup where Thomas Tuchel has picked against Arsenal. It is 3-1 loss which Arsenal has got to Bayern Munich this season in the UCL, in the league phase. But the previous 2023-24, where Bayern and Arsenal met each other in the knockout stages, look at that. At the Emirates, it was 2 each, the draw. And the lineup, if you're talking about in that fixture, look at that. It was same Mikel Arteta with that team. But on the aspects of Thomas Tuchel with Bayern, look at the lineups. It was Gnabry and Sané on the attacking mid-pitch. Both Gnabry had Sané got those substitutions. Jamal Musiala was there. Harry Kane was there. It was Laimer and Goretzka, two of the box-to-box players were kept on the mid-pitch. But Against Arsenal, Vincent Kompany chose to pick Joshua Kimmich and the likes of Pavlovic on the mid page. That is what the big difference is for the first leg, where Bayern travelled to Arsenal for their first leg, and it was 2 each on the scoreline. Davies was there, Eric Dyer and Matthijs de Ligt on the centre backs. Joshua Kimmich was placed on the right backs. That was the thing which was happening. It was Martinelli and Saka on the attacking aspects, and Kai Havertz was there on those central forward striking aspects. Jorginho, Odegaard and Declan Rice was there, but it was Joshua Kimmich who was picked on the right backs. That is what the critical aspect was, and Goretzka and Lima, both of them played those defensive box to box. We are just staying in that, and look at the goal scoring things which has happened in that. It was Saka who got a goal, it was Gnabry and Harry Kane who got those comeback goals, and after that it was Trossard who was forced to get those equalizers. It was Arsenal at the Emirates at their own home had to get their second goal for the equalizer. It was the first leg which happened, but the reverse leg where Arsenal travelled to Bavaria, I mean the home of Bayern at the Lions. Look at the lineup which Thomas Tuchel took against Mikel Arteta's men. Look at that. It was the thing which was happening. It was Rafael Guerrero who was picked on the left mid page. It was Lima who was there. Goretzka was also there. And Joshua Kimmich, he was picked on the right backs. That is what Vincent Kompany with the project Joshua Kimmich, he is having that on his mind. But Joshua Kimmich being an orchestrating player staying on the mid pitch against Arsenal, where the mid pitch is getting overpopulated, is getting slowed down by their speed, and where he couldn't make that. It was Joshua Kimmich and Matthijs de Ligt who were on that right part of the defense. Eric Dyer and Mesri was there, but de Ligt and Mesri are not there. In place of that, we got Stanisic, and it was Upamecano and the likes of Jonathan Tah who was being picked. But again, Leroy Sané, it was Guerrero who was there, because in the injuries, I guess there was who were the players not available for that fixture. Let me have a look of that first. I think it was the likes of Leroy Sané who was not available for that fixture. Was it that? No, I think it was Serge Gnabry who was not available for the substitution. That is what, some sort of injuries were there. Yes, that is what. Look at that. It was Zaragoza, it was Matthijs Tel, Choupo-Moting, Pavlovic. That is what. Thomas Muller was there, the legendary man, but it was Serge Gnabry who was not there, and it was Rafael Guerrero who have been picked. But in this lineup, look at that. It was some sort of a glitch which Vincent Kompany could have solved, but it was a pressure on him, because with such a thin squad and performing against Arsenal's such big squad where they have so many players, they can make two teams for this UCL. I mean, the availability of players where they are also having those injuries if we are talking. But then also look at that. They have got Hincap, they have Calafiori, Ben White. Three of them are there for those left backs and right backs positions. Norgard on the mid pitch, Odegaard, Navaneri on the attacking at picks, Noni Madueke, Martinelli. They have the players who are available. I mean, if the first lineup of Arsenal is not available, then with the second set of squads which are there for the substitution, they can make that. That is what the difference was. But then also in the mid pitch, Pavlovic and Kimmich both playing together, I think one box to box, either it would have been the likes of Guerrero or it would have been the likes of Goretzka, should have been implemented, and that is what Vincent Kompany did in it. Look at that. The substitutions, Minje came in, Hiroki Ito, no, he was denied. Guerrero was called in, but late on the 81st minute. Goretzka was called in late on the 81st minute. Tom Bishop again on the 72nd minute. So the future of Bayern is looking not that good, because the same story which they had is still happening. That is what the thing is. And again in the squad, look at that. It is Kimmich, it is Pavlovic, it is Luis Diaz, and it is Lennart Kahl and Guerrero on the attacking mid-pitch. But no signs of Olise for today's fixture as well. Mikel Olise has also been given those rests. It is Gnabry who is available for there. Mikel Olise will come on to the substitutions, but he has been given those rests. That is what the thing is. it is the some sort of a rest. I would want even Harry Kane to have some rest in these fixtures because he has been really making those performances big enough. Whether Bayern are going to be making anything big or not is a big question because the kickoff is about to happen. I mean, still we have got 3 minutes more left into this. But the lineups again, if we are looking into this, just have a look of that. It is Leonard Carl, it is Guerrero, it is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, the unavailability of that man for the UCL fixture, it was PSG who had done that damage, and Luis Diaz getting those ugly challenges is off for 3 matches. But Harry Kane, what is the answer which Bayern are having if Harry Kane is having those injuries? Will they bring in the likes of Nicholas Jackson? Because the stats of Nicholas Jackson of getting those 45 stats in the season, the start which he is expecting to be having to get a 65 million transfer from Chelsea to Bayern is completely over, because if he is going to play all the matches from now on, it will be only 33 matches which he can complete. That is what the thing is. And let me now put a poll onto the will Bayern make a comeback? Will Bayern make a comeback? If it is yes, give your votes, and if it is no, give your votes. We have now a poll which has been pinned onto the chat that will Bayern make a comeback after that loss to Arsenal. There is also that question which has been pinned, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal, and also there is a poll which has been pinned that why will Bayern make a comeback? That is what the thing which is we are looking to be finding in this watch along Bundesliga round 13. That is what which we are expecting to be having in this. But for today's fixture, look at that. It is Harry Kane who is there on the lineouts, but Felix Zoyer, the referee, still 2 minutes left for the kickoff. We will be having the exact timeline, what is happening on the pitch. We will be having the exact timeline as well onto our screen. But the thing is, will Bayern make a comeback or not? Give your answers to those poll which has been pinned and your answers to those questions which has been pinned onto the chat. Give your votes and give your answers, my boys. We are waiting for your votes and answers to be coming on to our stream. But Felix Zoyer is the referee for today. Will this man be critical enough for today? Will he make some upsetting? It is Kingsley Coman on the pitch. It is the final bid, adieu, goodbye which is being made. It is Karl Heunes, it is Rummenigge who are there. Kingsley Coman getting those final bid adieu onto the pitch for Bayern. All the Bavaria fans are just waving at Kingsley Coman. Look at this man, Kingsley Coman getting his final goodbye from Bavaria. What a magnificent player he was. I mean, when it was Julian Nagelsmann who was there, this man was on his roaring heights, and he has won that Champions League as well. Kingsley Coman, the man on the screen. Let me put that man, Kingsley Coman, onto the screen. Look at that. Kingsley Coman being given that final bid adieu goodbye from Bavaria at the Alliance. He got that transfer. He is now with Al Nassr and playing in the Saudi Pro League, but Kingsley Coman is not there, and he's not even with the Didier Deschamps' French squad as well. Can we expect a comeback from Kingsley Coman back into some sort of a big clubs in the future, or whether he is going to rest with those Saudi Pro League? That is what the thing is also going to be witnessing. But now it is the toss which is going to be happening, but it is the referee Felix Zoyer on the pitch. Look at that, this man Felix Zoyer on the pitch for today. Vincent Kompany getting those final handshakes with Kingsley Coman on the pitch. But we are not having King on the pitch for Bavaria. and we can't expect him to be playing for Bavaria again. So that is a final goodbye, and all eyes are there for our man Lennart Karl to be doing the talking for today, because all the eyes will be waiting for him to be doing that talking. Let me put that man Lennart Karl onto the screen. This is the man, the replacement for Kingsley Coman, which Bayern has got. Whether it is Lennart Karl who is going to be performing that or not is the thing which we all will be expecting to be happening. This is the thing which we all will be expecting to be happening. Will Lennart Karl get those performances is the thing which we'll be watching. But Felix Zoya, the referee, whether he is going to be making anything upsetting or not is also a big thing we'll be watching. We'll be having the exact timeline. Let me just have that kickoff to happen. The kickoff has happened, so we will be having the exact timeline onto our screen. Let me put that over here. The kickoff has happened and it is 1 minute onto our screen against St. Pauli. Whether Bayern are going to get a win or not, give your answers on the live poll which has been pinned onto the chat. We'll be showing the exact timeline onto our screen. What is happening on the pitch as well. It is Lennart Karl getting those first touches of the ball, passes that to Pavlovic, back to Ta. Ta is staying, Min Jae Kim is staying, Pavlovic is also staying. Three of the men anchoring those centre back positions, passing that to Bishop, high up, he goes for Diaz. Diaz gets it back. Ball is rolling on the mid pitch, and Bayern are trying to find an early upsetting goal against St. Pauli. Lennart Karl with his man, magical touch with his left foot, passes back to Min Jae Kim. It is Kimmich again, passing back to Kim again. Three of the men, Pavlovic, Ta and Min Jae Kim, are staying deep on the defense. It is Tom Bishop high up, goes for Kimmich on the mid pace. This is Lima on the right backs, passes that. Karl on the right wings. He is getting man marked. He has been tackled. He has lost the possession of the ball. He is tracking back for a win, and he has won that. Lennart Karl, whether he is keeping the ball glued to his legs or whether he is trying to get those big moments, but this man, Lennart Karl, is always making that thing happening. What has that thing happened? Yes, that is the image folder which is looking good. So Mia and Mia, is that going to happen or not? Is the thing which we will be wanting to happen, but how are things going to be making it? Will Lennart Karl be the man who will be doing the talking? Will we expect something to be happening for this man? Because Bayern needs those creativity coming in from Karl. And Pauli are looking for some sort of an upsetting things to be happening, because for St. Pauli, if we are talking about, let us have that brief discussion of their lineup as well. Look at that. It is this man who has been getting those big goals. It is Hontonji who is being getting those big goals for St. Pauli. This is the man who has been getting, he has got those 3 goals. He is that upsetting man which St. Pauli has got. And with their manager to be coming in, Alexander Blesin, he has also the likes of Amirin. What is the name of that man? Yes, that is Daniel Sinani. This man, he is also that good enough and he has got those goals. Look at his career path. He has got 2 goals and 1 assist. That is what St. Pauli has got. That is what St. Pauli has got. And talking about the Bundesliga table, look at that. St. Pauli are on the 16th spot. They have played 8 matches. 8 points they have got. 12 matches they have played. 2 wins, 2 draws and 8 losses. That is what their story is. It is some sort of a goal movement coming in. Lamho gets that across the post. Rebound coming in. It is Pavlovic getting a rebound shot but missing it. No worries for St. Pauli goalkeeper Vassis to be making into this gameplay. Lamho was there. He made her cross to the far post. But a rebound to that and coming back to Pavlovic just on the edge of the box takes a shot. He was far from the edge. A left footer from Pavlovic, but not a threat for Vasic to be coming in. Lima again winning that. Carl is giving all those what he is having on the pitch. Can we get a goal early from Leonard Carl in this? Will this man Leonard Carl get an early goal? That is what Bayern fans will be definitely wanting to be having this. Joshua Kimmich, a right back pass, goes for Ta. It is Guerrero on the attacking midfield. That is what I was wanting against Arsenal to be playing. Because Thomas Tuchel has deployed Goretzka and the likes of Lima with the aspects of Guerrero on the mid pitch against Arsenal in the 2023-24 season. But Vincent Company was really down with big injuries and not much expectations was there, but a loss of 3-1 is hard to digest for Bayern fans. It is Min Jae Kim. He has been overtaken. He has conceded. It is St. Pauli who has scored. It is St. Pauli who has scored. Kim Min-jae, her defensive error coming in from him again. It is a defensive error coming in from Min-jae Kim, and it is Vincent Company sticking to Min-jae Kim, and it is St. Pauli who has scored. Man are down by 1 goal in just early of 7 minutes. It is not even 6 minutes on the clock and a 1 goal down. How could you expect this to happen? That is what on our thumbnail as well as on our poll it is there, that will Bayern make a comeback? Will Bayern make a comeback? Because it is the defensive error from Min Jae Kim getting high so up. It was a deflection to that. Joshua Kimmich just misses it. Lima misses it. Min Jae Kim was nowhere on those awareness. It was Manuel Neuer conceding that with his stretched position to the first post. This is the thing which has happened. This is the thing which has happened. It is the mentality which has been broken against the likes of Arsenal. It is the mentality which is now seen getting broken against the likes of Arsenal. The first goal St. Pauli has got. What an early advantage, and that too at the Allianz Arena the thing has happened. This fixture is at the Allianz Arena at the home of Bayern, and it is an early goal which has happened. So Bayern, are they going to get some sort of a relief? Are they going to get those comebacks soon, or they are going to get those ugly upsets again? Is this the start of the upset? Is this the start of the upset for Bayern this season, or are they going to build strong? Min Jae Kim again getting exposed. This man, whenever he is on the center backs, I don't know why, where he is looking, what he is thinking, what his mind is making that, but his awareness is really not that good to be playing on the defensive center back positions. What was that man marking he was getting in? And that is what I was saying. Hontonji, the man who is making those goal contributions for St. Pauli, and he is the man who has scored. He is the man who has scored. It is Joshua Kimmich now going that, passing it. Pavlovic, both of them. No one is playing that box to box. It is Luis Diaz. Ball is glued to his legs. He's on to the first post. Makes a crossbar. Blocked, but a set piece, I think. It is a corner which is going to be coming. A great, efficient move from Luis Diaz. Totally, solely he made that. He was getting a chip shot into the mid part of the box, but getting just a set piece, a corner coming in. Can we get a header into that? Joshua Kimmich going to take that. What a beautiful cross it is, but header deflection coming in from Pauli. It is again Pauli looking to be making that. Akontunji is making those progresses. Lama has got a good deflection. But now they are pressing it on the sides of Minje Kim. They know that that is the place where they can get the ball rolling. Jonathan Tai is not being at all pressed. And Saint Pauli with the likes of Akunji, he is getting pressed. Minje Kim is getting pressed. Look at that. The thing is looking happening over here. Minje Kim is getting pressed. This man has committed a serious blunder, whether it was a blunder of Joshua Kimmich, whether Lama missed that, or whether it is Minje Kim missing that, or whether it is Manuel Neuer conceding it from the first post between his legs, but Bayern has conceded in just only 6 minutes. It's an early cross coming in. Lennart Karl, will he get the touch of it? No, goes in for throw in favor of St. Pauli. But look at that, these defensive aspects where Minje Kim was there, but it was such a good displacement coming in from Akonji. This man made the move, no denying the fact. His name is Hong Tonji. This man has got 3 goals so far. This is his 4th goal of the Bundesliga. The goal scorer for St. Pauli, it is Hontonji who has got that goal. This is his 12th fixture he is playing. 13th fixture, and this is his 4th goal so far. And this man is doing the talking for St. Pauli this season. Another man getting those goal scoring aspects. It is the likes of Daniel Sinani. This man on the substitutions, whenever he comes in, he is also getting those. He has got 2 goals and an assist, but he is critical. He is critical. He can't be denied. He can't be let loose on the pitch. But Minje Kim letting Hontonji so loose on the pitch and giving him those spaces so high up. And Manuel Neuer considering that. Again, the mentality is not looking, that confidence is not that high up, and early goal conceding for Bayern. And that too at the Alliance Arena. It will be hard to digest if a loss is going to be coming in. It will be hard to digest if a loss is going to be coming in. Bayern's attack will be too good for St. Pauli. STP4281, thank you for coming on to the stream, my boy. You are our #1 top fan on the chat section. My goodness, STP4281, thank you for coming on. You can give your votes onto the poll section which has been pinned, that will Bayern make a comeback? And there is also that question, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. You can give your answers to that as well. And tomorrow morning we will be making those analysis video which will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. I took 48 hours. I just watched that game of Bayern and Arsenal for a total of around 9 to 10 times on a stretch. It took me around 48 hours, 2 days to watch that specific match for 9 to 10 times, and I am just ready, and the video is on the roll, and we'll be uploading it tomorrow morning on our vlog section. All the different videos, the live sections of the different football leagues across the globe, all are on a different playlist. You can check that as well. Following this time, again passing that to Minje Kim. Early goal coming in, but still Bayern are looking for that first shot on attempt. This time again going there. Tom Bishop on the left backs, getting compromised for that position, but the ball is let loose. So Bayern facing that pressure coming in after that loss from Man, and now 1-0 down against St. Pauli. Give your answers to those polls, my boys. Give your answers to those polls, and give your answers to those chat section which has been pinned. We are waiting for your votes to be coming in. We are waiting for your votes to be coming in. And give us those like, share, subscribe moment as well. What a traumatic situation Bayern fans are facing. Winning everything, especially coming on from the first 18 fixtures of this season, and now losing at Emirates, and now 1-0 down against the likes of St. Pauli. Is the thing looking happening or not? Or there are worries coming in? Or the things which we were expecting with those big injuries of Musiala, Davies, Hiroki Ito, are the things going to develop now? Are those things going to be developing now? Will those upsetting moments will be coming in? Are Bayern now going for those track back moments and losing those points? And will this Bundesliga will be again beyond the reach of Vincent Company? Because the previous season it was a comeback coming in and dethroning by Leverkusen. Oh my goodness, we have been getting those votes on our poll that will Bayern make a comeback? Oh my goodness, look at that. We have been getting those votes on our live poll. Oh my goodness, look at that. The votes have come in. 67% fans are saying that yes, Bayern will make a comeback, and 33% fans are saying that no, Bayern will not make a comeback. So 33% of those fans who are saying that Bayern who are not going to come back can have the answers of your questions which has been pinned onto the chat, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. I need those answers. I want those answers to be seen coming in. Luis Diaz coming in from the corners. He's moving on to the center part of the pitch. He's looking for a right footer. No passing that to Minje came. He goes for Lama. Will he make a cross? No. Goes for Lennart Karl. Left footer cross. Deflection to it. It was a cross from Karl, but deflection. Man are yet to reach the box of St. Pauli, close for a shot on target. What a move from Pavlovic. Good enough. But Kimmich not getting that. Back to Pavlovic on that rebound. Goes for Lennart Karl. Pauli are just down on their box with 11 men just staying inside the box. The gameplay is happening on the edge of the box of St. Pauli. All of the 11 men are down onto their box, just safeguarding the nets along with their goalkeeper. Lennart Karl on the wings gets that to Lima. It is Pavlovic going for Kimmich again. Minje came this time. Upamecano goes for Pavlovic again. Mid-pitch I'm talking, my boy. Get those inverted mid-pitch happening. Make those crosses far from the box. Get those bombers involved. Lennart Karl again going for Tar. Just a one-touch pass. Bishop. It is Diaz dropping down. Back to Tar again. On the edge of the box, the ball is seen rolling. Lamo on the edge gets that. He crosses that to the wings. Karl gets hit. A right footer from Karl. Deflection, and again a corner going to be coming in. It is the hard way for Bayern looking in this picture, because St. Pauli has got that early upset, 1 goal, and now 11 of the men of St. Pauli are, oh my goodness, look at that. Huntonji, the man who has been getting those goals, he got his 4th goal, and now he has got that 1 goal in just under 6 minutes, is off the squad. Huntonji, the man who got that goal for St. Pauli, is off the pitch. What is that? Is there some sort of physical discomfort which has happened for Huntonji, or why he is off the pitch? Let me have a check on that. Look at that. It is Daniel Sinani, the another goal scorer for St. Pauli, has come on to the pitch, but it is the man Huntonji who has scored for St. Pauli at the Alliance for today's fixture is off the pitch. The goal scorer man for St. Pauli is off the pitch, but they have another man, Sinani, who has also got those 2 goals and 1 assist for St. Pauli this season, is onto the pitch. Sinani is the man who has come in replacing Huntonji. That is what the substitution, ugly substitution it would be, because the potential threat which Huntonji could have posed in up to those 60 to 65 minutes, and then Sinani would have come in, it would have been a different story, but he is now off. And Sinani, who was getting those substitutions to be coming in, is so early in the first half, in just under 17 minutes. So St. Pauli, are they going to score more goals? Because Huntunji has got that upset for Bayern at the Alliance. But Bayern are still looking to make any sort of shots on attempt, shots on target. Where are the things which is looking happening? Only one shot Bayern has taken, but not a single on target, and it is already 19 minutes, and that too at the Alliance. And the progression happening on the mid page from Bayern players, nothing looking creative on it. It is Lima on the mid page. What a beautiful cross coming in. Tom Bishop. Pavlovic getting that interception good enough. Passing that. Harry Kane now getting involved. Give it to the wings. Carl is there on an open space. Give it to the wings, my boy. Bishop passing that again to Ta. Upsetting moments are looking happening. Lima, a touch happened, but not good enough. Felix Zoya, the referee on the pitch, still hasn't have to make any sort of big decision so far. Because it is St. Pauli, after getting that one goal, are down, so down on their own box. They are just now parking the bus. Leonard Carl trying to move in, cutting into the pitch. Denied, interception onto his way. Interception coming in. Diaz again looking to be making creative, but the things are very hard looking for Bayern because of those 11 men of St. Pauli so close to the box. They have to take those shots. Take those shots from the far off the box, my boy. Take those shots. At least make their goalkeeper Vasage little bit nervous of that. No shots being taken. It is that ugly play which at times I recommend on to for Vincent Company with that Pep Guardiola things that getting so close to the box and taking those shots on attempts rather than from far from the box not getting those attempts. It is Pavlovic now again looking for Lima, but that part of Leonard Carl is being man-marked. This time he has got it. Lima on the wings, gets across, make a header coming in. Luis Diaz. Oof, misses it, my boy. Creativity coming in from the sides of Lima and Carl. Creativity is seen coming in. 21 minutes, 30 seconds on the watch. Still not a potential shot on attempt from Bayern at the Alliance. I think Bayern is also having that fixture where they will be facing St. Pauli in the DFB Pokal, I guess. Let me have a check on that. No, in the DFB Pokal it is Union Berlin is where Bayern will be playing, and Union Berlin is the team where Bayern has got a single draw of this season, and it was against Union Berlin. And in the DFB Pokal next, it is Union Berlin where Bayern will be playing, and that too at the home of Berlin. After that, it is Stuttgart and Sporting CP in the UCL. Stuttgart in the Bundesliga, and it is, look at the fixtures which Bayern is having. It is Union Berlin in the DFB Pokal round of 16. I mean, in the DFB Pokal last 16. Then it is Stuttgart for the away fixture of Bayern. It is Leonard Carl gets across. It touches the first post, my boy. Leonard Carl. He made a, what a perfect curl. It was from Leonard Carl just from the edge of the box. It was Vasic, the goalkeeper of St. Pauli. He was there on such a close position, but that curl from Leonard Carl was so perfect. But then also it hits the far post and gets a rebound to Luis Diaz. But Luis Diaz getting that ball in a off position, not getting a shot to that. Look at that, Leonard Carl getting that shot. What a perfect shot. Just a single hope again against Arsenal. It was that one goal coming in from Leonard Carl, and now also so far in 24 minutes of this match day 13 of the Bundesliga, Bayern against St. Pauli, it is that single attempt on shot which has come in, And it is the man Lennart Karl who has done the talking. Lennart Karl is the man. He is doing the talking. He is making those things happening. This man is the hope. But Vincent Company has got those substitutions available. He has got the likes of Mikel Olise, who can be seen coming in onto the second half. Those are the things which is available for Vincent Company. Give your votes, my boys. Give your votes. That will Bayern make a comeback? And the question which has been pinned, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. Give your votes on that poll section and answers to that questions which has been pinned onto the chat. Lennart Karl again winning that. He is moving on. Gets across to the far post. No one there. Neither Luis Diaz nor the likes of Bishop. No one was seen on the far post to get that. But Luis Diaz getting the possession back. Pavlovic on the mid page losing that. It is the striker 27 Huntunji who has been substituted, and Siani, their number 10 striker, is there. Both of them strikers are available. Look at that. A team like St. Pauli are also having strikers available if one of them are getting those. But for Bayern, apart from a perfect striker, if Harry Kane is getting those injuries, no one is there a perfect striker who will be coming onto the pitch. It is Jackson, a winger, he will be seen coming in. It is Gnabry who will be seen coming in, but they are not those perfect strikers which you need to be having in the team. That is a throw-in coming in, St. Pauli. Pauli are not looking to make any progress high up on the pitch. Luis Diaz dropping down, makes an assist to the defense. Getting that. But the first goal which happened, I mean, Manuel Neuer also considering it from the first post. It was just close to his legs. So the worries of Bayern still persisting. Are they going to make a comeback in the first half? Ball has been placed to Lennart Karl again. Back to Min-jae Kim. This time getting the ball rolling in. Pavlovic moves in. Bishop is staying so left of the mid page. It goes for Diaz. Guerrero. Bishop wins that, but Guerrero has a fall. Felix Zoya, the referee on the pitch, blows that whistle. Is he going to get a card for that? No hard decisions so far from Felix Zoya on the pitch. No hard decisions from this man, Felix Zoya, on the pitch so far. The goalkeeper of Pauli, Vasic, gets a goal kick so high up. It just reaches the defensive lineup of Bayern. Manuel Neuer with his left foot goes for Min-jae Kim. Poor deflection coming in. Lima again missing that. Min-jae Kim is looking totally not at all customized with the build-up which team is having. It is quite evident that Min-jae Kim is not in the project of Vincent Company, and Kim Min-jae is not making any good progresses for this. Hiroki Ito is there, not being picked up. Stanisic is there, not being picked up. Harry Kane takes a shot on attempt. Missed. Missing it, poor, my boy, missing it, poor. Get that mentality, get that shot, my boy. That was a good placement coming in. Harry Kane with his left footer goes for the far post against the likes of Vasic, but I think that is a deflection coming in from the gloves of the... No deflection. Wide off from the far post. That is wide off from the far post. So wide, it is wide off from the far post. Still 1-0 is the score line. 29 minutes on the watch. It is 29 minutes on the watch. 1-0 is the score line. Can we get the equalizer? Look at that tackle. That man from St. Pauli so high up on the shoulders of Lama. But Felix Zoya, the referee on the pitch, not giving any card for that. This Pavlovic again placing that. Karl inside the box, gets the ball, placing that to Lama. Cross to the far post. They are getting so close for the cross, my boy. You are getting so close to the cross inside the box. If that is the way you are going to be playing it, it is going to be a tough time. It is really going to be a tough time. Those of you who are watching it, give your answers to those questions and poll. Oh my god. It is an open play looking again. St. Pauli takes a shot on attempt, missing that. What is that light which has been switched off? Luis Diaz making those runs high up, but no one is there on the attacks. Whom is Luis Diaz going to pay those passes? It is only Leonard Carl seen making those runs. It is the breakdown of the team mentality which is seen happening in this fixture, because that loss to Arsenal is where the team confidence is totally being demolished. Because that gameplay where Bayern had no answers to the Gunners, and that is what the confidence of the team is looking so down on the pitch. And adding more to that, it is Vincent Kompany who has picked in, not picking up Olise into that and giving chances to Leonard Carl to be making that. But this young man, Leonard Carl, is doing it good enough. He has to prove it, whether you are the future which Bavaria wants to know. You have to get those answers, my boy. Leonard Carl, give those answers strong enough and get those goals. Pavlovic doing that hard work on the mid page. Passing back to Minji Kim. Goes for Bishop. The movement of Joshua Kimmich, I'm not at all liking it. He is not even going for those suitable positions. Minji Kim, what an error it would have been, the pass which he just made on the 32nd minute. But still going for Diaz. Bishop going for Guerrero. Back to Bishop. Back to Ta again. Change of the play happening, but looking so far. It is the central part of the box where St. Pauli are getting Bayern outnumbered. But Bayern are still keeping 3 men on the defense. It is Vincent Kompany who has been seen most of the times previous season as well as is in this season, that count the numbers, my boy, count the numbers. But after Bayern has got those 18 undefeated streak, I have seen this man Vincent Kompany not making those shouting moments of count the numbers, my boy, count the numbers happening from the sidelines. Is he ignoring those little bit of those instructions after those wins? Is it that the case? So Arsenal has exposed the way you have to play against Arsenal, and man have to make those differences in the team to be talking. Min-jae Kim and Jonathan Tah now swapping those positions, changing their centre back positions. Now Min-jae Kim have moved on to the left part of the centre backs, and Ta is staying on the right part of the centre backs. He goes for Manuel Neuer. That is what you are having those evolution. Make that happen. Make those changes look good. Give your answers, my boy. Give your answers. Will Bayern make a comeback? Or it will be a back-to-back defeat, and that too at the Alliance this time. Pauli goes in. A cross coming in for Harry Kane, but no. Lima on that deflection trying it. It is a shot coming in again. Tom, my goodness. It was a shot coming in from Bishop. Left footer. He was so good onto it. But again that ball hits the post. Two shots on target and it misses the nets because it is a rebound coming on from the post. Both sides of the post are now creating a barrier. It is the 11 men for Pauli who are posing those defensive threat, and it is the far post as well who are now getting those barriers for Bayern's goals to be incoming. This time goes for Kimmich again. Min-jae Kim staying on the left part of the centre backs. That is what the change which I think Vincent Company has instructed from the sidelines. That is a good move looking happening. Lennart Karl again, one-on-one. He is moving in. He is up against two men from Pauli, getting outnumbered. Look at that. The left footer from Bishop was so good enough. It didn't had any deflection to it, I think, but hits the post. Two shots, one from Lennart Karl and one from Bishop. Academy players doing the talking, but those shots have hit the post. That is what the thing is not cooking. Pauli now on the counter. They are moving it high up. Bishop is tracking back. Will he make a comeback? No. Pauli are winning that. A left footer coming in. My goodness, look at that. Number 10 from St. Pauli was so close. Sinani, the man, taking that shot from the inside the box. But what a good block came in from the likes of Bishop. Min-jae Kim getting a good defensive tackle this time. He won that ball. It is now to Luis Diaz. He's up against four men from Pauli. Will he make that into the box? No. The space being denied for Luis Diaz. He was that single man, lone wolf high up on the attacks. Couldn't just make it close for a shot on target against the likes of Vasage. Things are looking happening, things are making happening, but no, things are not cropping up good for Bayern so far after that loss to Arsenal. But Min-jae Kim had a good tackle. I mean, in this picture so far, I have seen Min-jae Kim making a good tackle. But on the counters for Bayern, it is the attackers of Bayern who are looking just outnumbered. Luis Diaz is the only man seen moving on to the counters. Bishop gets across. It is Lennart Karl again onto the far post. Will he get a touch? No, my boy. What is this mentality looking? It is the academy players who are now making those progresses, mostly to be seen. It was Bishop from the left backs making a left footer curl. It was so close to the far post. It was meant for Lennart Karl. Can we sense a goal incoming? Can we sense a goal incoming? Will we get that first goal equalizer in the first half, or we have to make way into the second half? Will Bayern get a win? Will Bayern get a loss? Will Bayern get a draw? Many questions are rising on the mind. But the tactical gameplay of Vincent Company has been exposed, and Mikel Arteta is the man who has done that. And St. Pauli are getting outnumbered Bayern on the mid-pitch again. Pavlovic this time, passing that to Kimmich. Kimmich is not even making any those crosses high up for Harry Kane. Pavlovic gets the ball rolling. Harry Kane, he has got that. Lennart Karl in the free space. Will he take a shot? My goodness, Felix Sawyer, the referee, stopped the gameplay. It is a yellow card being given for whom? Felix Zoyer, the referee on the pitch, stopping that gameplay. It was a foul which happened. It was Guerrero who was being pulled by his jersey from the back. But a set piece opportunity coming in this time. A set piece opportunity coming in. Felix Zoyer has given a big opportunity for Bayern to score a goal, and it is 39 minutes onto the watch. And that yellow card coming in because of that ugly challenge to Guerrero, pulling his jersey from the back. Who is going to take that? Harry Kane, or is he going to be Bishop? Harry Kane takes that. Misses the internet. It was far wide, my boy. It was far wide. Harry Kane took that set piece so quickly. The ball was rising so high up. It was a curl. It was some sort of dip into it. But not a potential threat that is. Vasic, the man, the goalkeeper, Nikola Vasic. Not a save has come in so far. Who could have expected that this game is going to be such an upsetting move in the first half so far? Man, not getting that potential shot on target. Only 2 shots on target, one from Bishop, one from Karl. Both of them has just been blocked by the post. Joshua Kimmich this time goes for Guerrero. Now the playmaking is looking happening. You have to make the possession. You have to make the run. Man, we're just simply making it into their final second, but the thirds and the fourths were really missing it. Leonard Karl is being man-marked, good enough. Vasic getting the clearance of the ball. Min-jae Kim, look at that blunder again missing that aerial duel. A big blunder in the team in the name of centre-back defense, which Bayern are having is that the name of Min-jae Kim at times. Ball recovery time for St. Pauli is more than 30 seconds, and the ball recovery time for Bayern Munich is close to 9 seconds, but still not a potential shot on target. Only 6 shots being taken, but not anything on target. Only 2 of them has just hit the far post. I mean, the role which Joshua Kimmich is playing in that part of the pitch is staying so deep on the mid pitch, is not even moving high up and not even staying deep on the centre back aspects. I think Kimmich should drop down and let Pavlovic do the talking high up on the attacking aspects. Yes, that is now the thing is looking happening. How goes that for Pavlovic again? Pavlovic tries to find Bishop, but back to Pavlovic. Creativity looking happening. Creativity not looking happening from the left part of the pitch. Harry Kane is not seen dropping down for today's fixture. He is staying most of the times high up. That might have been the instruction from Vincent Company for this fixture against Pauli. Min-jae Kim going for Kimmich. Kimmich is getting man marked. It is high up, a cross coming in. Luis Diaz inside the box makes a shot. He has been tackled. It is into the nets, my boy. It is into the nets. It is the hard work which man had to do, and the equalizer has come in. It is Guerrero, the man, or Luis Diaz, who has got that left footer. That is what I'm saying. Make those crosses far from the box when the opposition of the 11 of the players from the opposition are so deep down on the edge of the box, safeguarding their nets. You have to make those crosses from the mid pitch. You have to make those crosses or those headers, aerial passes to be happening coming in. It is the German way of getting that goal. It was Min-jae Kim, I think, who got that assist. It was to Luis Diaz Diaz gets a fall, but after falling, he gets the touch of the ball. He gets a rebound to Guerrero, and Guerrero just taking a left foot, a bazooka shot into the nets. And Vassis, the goalkeeper of St. Pauli, was not in a comfortable position to even get a touch or a deflection to that. It was a penalty to Guerrero which got awarded with that fall from Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz making that assist, falling on the pitch. Marvelous, marvelous. Bayern has done the equalizer. Now it is the time to get those upsetting moments for St. Pauli. Bombard them with those big goals, my boy. Make them cry, make them weep. It is what Vincent Company has to make those instructions. Whenever you are not getting those spaces on the mid pitch with the creativity of your team, you have to get those crosses at times happening. You have to keep the opposition on threat, but that is the thing at times which completely looks totally off under this ban. I mean, under Vincent Company and this ban. Most of the times they are going for those passes, they are looking for those creativity, they are making for those passes and those overlapping runs. It is again Joshua Kimmich getting that. That is what I'm taking. Make those crosses. It is a shot coming in. Bishop takes that right footer, but misses the far post. That is what I'm saying. You have to make those crosses look happen, and you have to get those goals in that way as well. When you are not getting those comfortable passes inside the box or those shooting positions to the nets. 45 minutes are up. 2 minutes of added time in the first half. 2 minutes of added time in the first half. Felix Zoya, the referee on the pitch for this, has done a decent job so far. A decent job from Felix Zoya so far on the pitch. Not a bad aspect from him coming in. Now St. Pauli, are they going to be looking making? Because in the table, if we are talking, look at that. St. Pauli are so down on the table. On the performance, if you are looking at, look at that. It is St. Pauli who are on the 16th spot. They are on the verge of relegation. 12 matches played. They have won 2. They have drawn 2 and they have lost 8. Goal difference is -12. They have scored 10 goals and they have conceded 22. And it was a moment, but against the record Mr. Bayern, whether they are going to be making that or not. It is a shot coming in. St. Pauli getting time, and again rebound shots from the edge of the box. Manuel Neuer not getting a threat this time. Not a threat for Manuel Neuer this time. Oh my god, it is a tackle. It is the Bavarian player down on the pitch. Look at that. Pavlovic, number 45, is down on the pitch. I think he has been hit by that shot on attempt from St. Pauli. Felix Zoya looking at his watch. I think the 2 minutes of the added time in the first half are up. Is he going to blow that whistle, or is that set piece? No, that is a throw coming in from St. Pauli. Don't concede, my boys. Not the best time to concede cheaply. Clear that ball. Yes, finally Pavlovic gets that. And Felix Zoya, the referee, has blown that whistle. My goodness, look at that. 45 minutes of this first half is up. And 1 each is the score line. Bayern had to find that goal the hard way. No denying the fact Bayern had to find that goal the hard way. That is what the thing is. Is Mia and Mia going to happen or not? Are Bayern going to get those wins? Are Bayern going to get those big numbers counting in the Bundesliga table, staying at the top? But after losing to Arsenal in the first half, the mindset which Bayern players were having, it was a demolished mindset. No denying the fact. The confidence in the team was not looking good. The confidence was not good enough, and conceding so cheaply in the starting, it was the likes of that goal coming in. It was the likes of Hontonji, the man who have been getting those goals for St. Pauli, got his 4th goal of this season, but he has been called off due to some injuries. That is, the substitution came in, and Daniel Sinani. Sinani is also that number 10. He is a striker for St. Pauli. No denying the fact. He is also getting those goals this season for St. Pauli, but not those big stats talking in his name. A yellow card coming in, but that goal which happened, I mean, Homtonji, the man who got that goal, was not a good enough. It was a glitch coming in. It was Joshua Kimmich who missed that. It was the likes of Lama who missed that. It was the likes of Min Jae Kim who also missed that. And it was on the last Manuel Neuer also missing that. That is the thing where things got much worries. That is the thing where there were so much of worries. It was 4 Bayern players who were just not good enough to get those saves, and Hontonji got that goal. Look at that. If we are talking about the stats, let me put that goal replay onto our screen. Are we going to play that? Are we going to play that? That goal map is not working onto our Steam, but let us put that pass map which has happened. Look at that. It is the pass map which has happened coming in for Bayern. Look at the position of the teams. It is number 20 Bishop who is staying there, but let me change this a bit. Yes, now the pass map is looking good. Look at that. The pass map for Bayern so far in this picture, it is the likes of Bishop who is staying high up on that part, but Luis Diaz and the aspects of Harry Kane are staying so close. But why Diaz is not moving wide enough? It is Diaz who is not giving those spaces for Bishop to be moving high up, but he is staying on those forwarding aspects. So Luis Diaz and talking about Harry Kane, these are the two strikers who are playing. But on the aspects, Rafael Guerrero, who is on the attacking mid pitch, is staying on that part of the pitch where he is creating those obstructions for Leonard Karl not to be coming in close. And rather it is Lima 27 who is overlapping in those positions. This is a weird gameplay which this is happening. And Vincent Company in the break, first half break, must be talking that it should be Bishop who must be given those spaces to move wide off, or it should be Luis Diaz who should move wide off and give Bishop to be coming in close to the box. But the preferable would be if Bishop is going wide and Luis Diaz is getting that close. But on this aspect, Lima needs to be staying bit inverted back and give Leonard Karl those opportunities on the edge of the box, especially to be taking those shots on target. Pavlovic and the likes of Kimmich, I don't know why both of them are staying so deep. Look at that. It is Pavlovic who is mostly seen passing that to Harry Kane. He is passing back to Tar, but most of the passes he is getting 29 passes to Bishop. That is where the space St. Pauli are giving that to Pavlovic. And Joshua Kimmich, if we are talking, again he is going wide. He is going Lima 20 times. He is going for Karl and Tar, but he's not getting those passes involved to Rafael Guerrero. Look at that. Joshua Kimmich getting involved to Rafael Guerrero on the mid pitch. It is getting blocked, and that is where the aerial crosses needs to be coming, overlapping the defensive defensive lineup of St. Pauli and getting those aerial passes into the edge of the box to number 9 and number 22 or number 14. That is what Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich has to provide in this fixture. That is where you can get those chances to be talking. From Bishop and the likes of Diaz have got 13 on those passes to be talking in. The stats are looking good over there, and the aspects of Lima and the likes of Karl, they are also doing the talking. But number 9 and number 22 getting those involvements from Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich is not happening because St. Pauli after that early goal got those whole of their 11 men down onto their defense. That is what the thing is. That is what the thing is. And if in the stats, if we are talking, let me put that onto the screen. It is only 8 shots which man has got. I mean, that upsetting victory, I mean, loss against Arsenal, it was the breakdown of the mentality. But now they have got that goal. It was the need of the hour for the equalizer. And in the second half, they have to not concede anything and rather go on making those shots on attempt, especially from the aspects of Harry Kane. You have to get those aerial crosses coming in through the pitch. But Felix Roy, the referee, decent job from him, no denying the fact. And one each is the scoreline. One coming in from the likes of Hontonji, who has got those substitutions. And it is Rafael Guerrero who has scored. I would have wanted Rafael Guerrero to be playing up against the likes of Arsenal. That is what we have been discussing. What Thomas Tuchel used the lineup against Arsenal in the 2023-24. It was critical. Lima and Guerrero were placed on the mid-page, box to box, along with the aspects of Goretzka. That is where you have to make those overlapping runs on the mid page to get those safeguarding against Arsenal. That is where Vincent Company, I would say, despite there were so many of the injuries, no denying the fact, but then also there were some glitches from the aspects of Vincent Company as well. We will be uploading the video of that analysis video of why Bayern lost against Arsenal. It will be coming up tomorrow morning after this Bundesliga fixture is up. We will be completing that video, and a total of 13 minutes of video is there, which will be uploaded tomorrow morning on our YouTube vlog section. Do check our different playlist. I will have a short 1 minute break, and after that I will come back. Till then, give your answers to that question, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal, which has been pinned onto the chat. And there is also that voting section which has been pinned, that will Bayern make a comeback. Yes, it is 67%. No, so far we have got is 33%. Still 33% fans believe that Bayern will not make a comeback. We will wait up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time in this Bundesliga round 12 to see whether Bayern are going to make a comeback or not. But an equalizer has come in, and I will take a short 1 minute break and I will be back. I need to take a loop break, my boys. I'll be just back in 1 minute. Stay tuned and give your answers. I'll be just back. Is Vincent Company going to make any substitutions coming in? Is Vincent Company going to make any substitution in the first half? That is also the thing. The analysis of the first half, we will be having that onto our screen now. Let me put that onto our screen. Where is that folder? Yes, it is now onto our screen. Just look at that. It is the thing which has happened. The first shot coming in, Pavlovic, it was from the edge of the box, a rebound shot it was. On that retracing, Pavlovic gets a left footer. Look at that. It was way off from the nets. Then after that, 6 minutes, it was that goal which came in. Montonji on those counters, getting past Min-jae Kim, Joshua Kimmich, Leimer, three of them just getting that ball rolling and missing it on those counters from St. Pauli. And Manuel Neuer finally conceding that goal coming in. So loose enough, he conceded that goal, and he considered that goal from the first post. That was a bit annoying performance again coming in from Manuel Neuer, I would say. Not that good enough, not that potential. I mean, Manuel Neuer, if you are talking about him, he is not even that 20% of his form to be talking. He is really out of his big form, which Bayern needs to be having from him. That goal conceding from Huntonji was not that good enough because it was on to the first post. 18 minutes, Kim again getting that, missing it. Big mistakes coming in from Min-jae Kim again. 22nd minutes, Luis Diaz, it was a block. Karl again took that marvelous curl. It was against the likes of Vasis, the goalkeeper of St. Pauli, but hitting that onto the far post. But this could have been again a marvelous goal if that post would have been just few inches wide, few inches. Harry Kane just getting that sole shot of today's fixture on the 29th minute out of the nets. Getting that frustrating shot on the 30th minute. Irvin from St. Pauli on the 31st minute, far from the box. Bishop took some good moves on the left back. No denying the fact it is Bishop. Again, we have got those votes on our live poll. Will Bayern make a comeback? Yes is what 71% votes which we have been getting, and no is what we have been getting 29%. Those of you who are voting on our live chat, there's also that question which has been pinned onto chat, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. Give your answers to that as well. After that, 35th minute, Bishops, it was Fujita from St. Pauli getting that. Harry Kane, the second shot from his foot coming in, but it was a miss. It was a free kick set piece, but Harry Kane took it so hurriedly and he misses the nets. That is what the thing has happened. Guerrero on the 44th minute, that was the equalizer which came in, and it came in a really good time for Bayern. So that is what the first half aspect is, and the second half is about to kick off. Whether any of the managers have made any changes to the squad is the thing which we are waiting to be seen incoming. It is Mikel Olise who is now seen coming onto the pitch. Mikel Olise for Bayern Munich is seen coming onto the pitch. This Mysterium Olise Dino is now seen coming onto the pitch. One substitution has come in from Alexander Blessing, the manager of St. Pauli, and it was early substitution. Hontonji, the striker for St. Pauli, getting those substitutions, and their number 10, Daniel Sinani, came in. And now it is Vincent Company who is getting that substitution. It is Konrad Laimer who has been picked off the pitch. Konrad Laimer has been sidelined, and it is Mikel Olise who has come in. So what is that sacrifice on the inverted backs which Vincent Company is looking in? He wants to pose those high threats to St. Pauli. So Vincent Company wants St. Pauli to just park the bus and not move high up on those center part of the pitch. He wants to bombard them with those goals. That is what Vincent Company has proven. The Bavaria mentality is looking to be happening. Harry Kane deep down from the servants gets a pass for Luis Diaz. Deflection from the defense, and Vass is the goalkeeper getting the safe hold of the ball. The second half kickoff has happened. The second half kickoff has happened. The timer is now rolling. The second half kickoff has happened. 1 minute into that. Felix Zoya, the referee on the pitch, stopping the gameplay. Harry Kane now moving on to his old threshold positions deep down on the attacking mid-pitch. He's playing those deep laying moves now. Pavlovic goes for Tar this time. Min Jae Kim is staying on the right part of the centre backs. It was in the first half where Min Jae Kim and Jonathan Tah were seen swapping their positions just to get the aspects of Asani to be doing the talking, where they were safeguarding. Sinani, the man who was making those moves, and that is what Min Jae Kim swapped those positions with Tah. Min Jae Kim now passing that to Harry Kane. Kane gets that. Rafael Guerrero staying on the right part of the defense. He goes for Olise. Olise with his right footer. He tries to find Bishop. Bishop on the left part. Gets a left footer. He goes for Diaz. Back to Bishop. Bishop gets a corner cross. Blocked. But I think a corner set piece is coming in from Bavaria. So after the substitution of Konrad Laimer, it is Guerrero who has been now given that position of the right backs, and it is Olise who has come in replacing Laimer. Good move from Vincent Company. I would have wanted this thing to be happening. STP 4281, Company has gone even more attacking. Yes, Company now with that one goal equalizer coming in from Rafael Guerrero is trying to bombard St. Pauli with those shots. That is what Olise has been brought in. A corner coming in. Kimmich takes that. A well-positioned corner kick. It was to the far post, but deflection from Pauli. Luis Diaz getting that from Guerrero. But St. Pauli has just got the clearance. Look at that. Now Manuel Neuer is so high up on the center part of the pitch. But that amalgamation of the players, Pavlovic, Kimmich, Tah, Min Jae Kim, they are staying so close. Those four players are staying so close on that part of the pitch. Spread that pitch, my boy. Spread that pitch. Tah goes for Bishop this time. Bishop gets it rolling. Pavlovic this time. He finds that free space. Olise is there. Spread the pitch. Olise gets across. A header coming in. Harry Kane, will he get that? No deflection to that. Bishop takes a shot. But blocks and interceptions is what man has to be just confined with this attack. Pavlovic again this time passing that to Min Jae Kim. That is what we want, my boys. That is what the gameplay we want. Bombard them with those shots, my boys. Bombard. Bishop again finding Harry Kane. Harry Kane inside the box. Will he get a move? Inches, my boy. We are talking inches. If you're going to spread the pitch, that is what the attack is now looking happening. Spread it far, my boy. Spread it far and wide. Make their legs stretch wide apart. Kimmich again with that throw in coming. Goes for Tah. Tah is trying to find that space. Leonard Karl on the attacking mid-pitch. Deflection to it. St. Pauli now on the counters. 3 on versus 5-man players. It is the sole man moving single-handedly. He is inside the box. Olise has dropped in inside the box. He makes a tackle. It is Fujita, the man from St. Pauli, single-handedly moving in high on those counters against Bayern, because he was outnumbered 5-man players against 3 St. Pauli, and he couldn't make that. But a set piece is going to be coming in. A set piece is going to be coming in. Will Bayern make a comeback? 71% of the votes which we have got on our poll, and 29% are saying no. A set piece from St. Pauli, a cross coming in to the far post, a header, deflection to it, but a good deflection through that. Bishop gets that clearance. He's going for Luis Diaz on the wings. Leonard Carl is there. Deflection. St. Pauli are now looking, feeling the pressure. St. Pauli are now looking, just absorbing and consuming the pressure from Bayern. Kimmich is staying on the right part of the defense, whereas Guerrero on the right mid pitch, and same is with Bishop. Bishop is making those moves good high enough. Diaz passes back to Pavlovic, but I need that involvement from my boy Leonard Carl. I need that involvement from my boy Leonard Carl. He's seen dropping down. This time. Moving high up, he goes for Bishop. Bishop losing the position, but a throw-in coming in for Bayern. Make those crosses, my boy Pavlovic. Back passes again, Min-jae Kim. Kimmich this time goes for Karl. Back to Kimmich. Kimmich staying on the right backs is what the assurance is, which Vincent Company can get. And if Guerrero is getting those dried of gas, not getting those moves, then there is those options. We have got Hiroki Ito, we have got the options of Stanisic. Olise making those moves, dribbling it, 1, 2, 3, 4 players inside the box. Deflection to it. Again, look at that. Upon the substitution of Olise, now things are looking rolling. That is what the creative playmaking is looking happening from the right wings of Bayern. That is a corner coming in. Olise going to take that with his left footer. Will he make a curl to the far post? He goes in to the first post. A header deflected again. It is the set piece where Bayern have to improve. It is a foul to Luis Diaz, but no, the referee asked for the game to continue on. Felix Zoyer not paying any attention. It was a consistent and persistent foul coming into Luis Diaz, but Felix Zoyer, the referee on the pitch, asked for the game to continue on. This decision in the second half from Felix Zoyer, I would say it is not good enough. It is not potential a good decision. It was Luis Diaz who was tackled thrice, but Felix Zoyer, the referee on the pitch, not paying heed to that and asked for the game to continue on. But that overlapping position where Bishop is there, Diaz is there, and it is Pavlovic who is contributing to that attacking mid-pitch, is not looking happening. Joshua Kimmich takes that cross into the box for a header. Harry Kane, will he take that? No. Luis Diaz, will he take that? No. Straight into the hands of Vasis, the goalkeeper of Pauli. Good defensive aspect. Joshua Kimmich gets that interception this time. It was Pauli trying to make some counters. Don't concede, my boy. Don't concede. Get that second goal. Get that second goal. Bishop gets that quick rolling. Left footer goes for Harry Kane. Harry Kane goes for Kimmich. But Harry Kane is looking out of shape for today's picture, I guess. How can you expect a player to play all those 55 to 60 matches in a season in the best of his form? That is what is looking happening from Harry Kane despite getting so many goals. It is Min-jae Kim. Oh my goodness, Min-jae Kim again, her defensive error, 54 minutes, 25 seconds on the watch. But the ball is placed back to Manuel Neuer. No confidence looking coming in from Min-jae Kim. No, not a single time. No, I have seen him once. Only once in this gameplay I have seen Min-jae Kim getting confident enough to make those passes. In fact, I think the assist was provided by him for that goal which came in. This time, chip in cross. Bishop, first touch, so good enough. Diaz taking a turn, 361. Deflection to it. Bishop gets that back, passing to Ta. Goes for Karl. Karl is dropping down. He's making those moves. He is making those moves good enough. He's having that view of the pitch. With his right footer, he goes for Kimmich this time. Kimmich is staying on the right part of the mid pitch. That is what it is critical. He is staying high up against Min-jae Kim. If Kimmich is going to miss that, Min Jae Kim will be totally vulnerable. That is where Kimmich is getting that shield to him. It is Min Jae Kim, Kimmich, and Ta who are staying on the defensive aspects. The last line of defense, so high up on the center half, is consisting of Joshua Kimmich, Min Jae Kim, and Ta. Police passing back to Min Jae Kim again. Pavlovic now swapping back those positions. Look at that. This is looking good. This is looking good. Olise passing that. Pavlovic, make that pass to the far wings. Yes. Bishop gets that. But they are not finding those spaces because Luis Diaz and the likes of Leonard Karl, none are looking in making those contributions on that part. And Harry Kane is now not seen dropping even. This time goes in for Leonard Karl. Karl getting involved with Guerrero. Olise. Guerrero gets that. Kimmich. Poor pass from Kimmich. Olise made that move. Karl getting that win. Good enough. He goes for Bishop. Left footer. Diaz gets a shot to the center of the box. It is a handball from St. Pauli. Felix Hoyer, the players of Bayern are complaining for handball to be coming in. But Felix Hoyer not paying any heed to that again. It is Felix Hoyer, the referee. It is a handball from St. Pauli inside the box. But this referee not paying any heed to that. Bayern players are now seen surrounding Felix Hoyer and complaining him about that handball. Felix Hoyer has instructed that a corner to be coming in, but a handball being denied. Controversial decisions, controversial referees. Felix Hoyer again on the move, looking happening for Bayern. Olise takes that cross into the nets, goes in. It is Ta who takes that header. I think he misses by a few inches. Look at that. It was a handball straight from St. Pauli, but Felix Hoyer, the referee, not giving a penalty to do that. Poor decision again from Felix Hoyer. He says that the hand was close to his body. That is what. Again a set piece coming in. Header. Targets that. Deflection to it. Olise on the rebound. Trying to get a Rabona turn. But St. Pauli has got that ball rolling. Neither they are looking to be making high up, but they are just looking, parking the bus. But Bayern have to get that early second half goal. It is already 59 minutes on the watch. 58 minutes. My mistake, my boys. Olise this time goes in for Kimmich. It is for Leonard Karl. Cross, he goes in inside the box. Lucho gets that. He places the ball into the nets. No one there to just slide the ball into those 90-degree angle, right angle into the nets. But was that offside? No, it wasn't offside. Luis Diaz got the ball good enough. But look at that, the attacking aspects. No one there was to guide the ball into the nets. Oh my goodness, are we going to miss those scoring opportunities now like this? The first half was looking Bayern quite not confident and bit nervous. After that defeat to Arsenal, it happens. The mentality breaks. The breakdown of the mentality happens. But Bayern has got that equalizer, but it is already 59 minutes on the watch. St. Pauli are giving their best. They are down to those 16th spot in the Bundesliga table, but no denying the fact they are giving their best. Pauli trying to find some sort of counters, but targeting that interception good enough. Count the numbers, my boy. Count the numbers. Count the numbers. Oh my goodness, a shot it was taken in coming from Pauli, but no threat for Manuel Neuer this time. So in the second half, the first shot which came in for an attempt on target was on the 68th minute from St. Pauli, but not a potential threat for Manuel Neuer so far. For today's fixture, do you think that Leonard Carl is looking in the best of his form? And those of you who are watching this, give your answers to those questions which has been pinned onto the chat, as well as those votes which has been pinned. It is Leonard Carl inside the box, goes in for Diaz. It is a tackle to Diaz. Diaz has a fall. Oh my goodness, Felix Zoya is not going to give now any decisions in the second half. He is not making anything good enough. Minje Kim getting that tackle good enough. Will Felix Zoya, the referee, be critical enough? A handball being denied, and now Luis Diaz having a fall inside the box. A potential penalty again being denied. Joshua Kimmich getting that. Leonard Carl back to Kimmich. Bishop rolling in. It is on the mid part. Carl is looking to find Harry Kane. Interception. Make those crosses, my boy. Make those crosses. You are trying to get into the center part of the pitch where they are all staying in so focused from St. Pauli. Make those crosses come in from the mid part of the pitch to the attacking aspects. You have to get Harry Kane, you have to get Luis Diaz, you have to get Leonard Carl involved. It is again going to Olise on the far wings. Olise making those nutmegs good enough. Pavlovic trying to find Leonard Carl again. But it is on the mid pitch, on the mid part of the box where Bayern are focusing again. And it is St. Pauli who are just making those obstructions straight on the mid part of the pitch. Now this time again, Bishop seen overlapping. Luis Diaz, will he get that? Bishop is getting predictable now. Tom Bishop is now getting predictable now. Felix Zoya and his referral decisions will be on the question. Some poor decisions has been made by him. 62 minutes, no substitutions from Vincent Kompany now. He is still relying on the dried up legs. Will he make any substitutions? Pauli are now tracking back. Bayern are looking to be regaining their confidence, but it is the need of the second goal where they have to make that count. Minje Kim goes in for Pavlovic. This time, Bishop goes for Diaz. No one is there on the center of the box. It is Harry Kane who gets that. He tries to find Olise, left footer. Olise gets that first touch good enough. Guerrero back to Olise. Olise again. Guerrero. He has got a move. It is Olise who has got in across to the far post. A shot for Bishop. Left footer. He was in an open space. A shot to be taken, but he misses it. He misses it. Yes, now the substitutions are looking in. Gnabry coming in. It is Stanisic coming in. Good move. That is what Vincent Kompany has to get involved all of his players in the Bundesliga as well. That is what I am saying. It is Guerrero who is off the pitch, and I think it is Lenny, my boy, who is also looking to be coming back. But Guerrero has been really good. Whenever he has made a comeback into the team, he has been getting those goals for the past many seasons, and we have that sole goal from Guerrero so far in this picture. So it is Chef Gnabry, who was poor in the gameplay against Arsenal, now has been called up. He is into the lineup, and it is Stanisic who has come in and replaced Guerrero. So Stanisic, is he going to be staying on the right backs? And which part of the pitch is Gnabry going to occupy? Gnabry is staying on the center part. He is staying close to Harry Kane. These are the two substitutions which has come in. Stanisic has come in, Guerrero has been replaced, Gnabry has come in, and Carl has been substituted. That is what the things are happening over here at the Alliance. Bishop is staying on the left part of the defense. And Stanisic, who has made a substitution now, is staying on the right part of the defense. So Joshua Kimmich, will he be now passing on to Stanisic? Yes, he has done that. Olise and Stanisic, close enough. So Vincent Company wants that coordination to be building in between Olise and Stanisic, because Stanisic is back from the injuries, and most of the seasons it has been seen Lima occupying those spaces, and now he wants Stanisic to be getting involved more than Lima. That is what he prevented Olise to be in the starting lineups and brought in the second half, and now he has brought in Stanisic. So he wants that coordination of Stanisic and Olise on the right part of the pitch. Min Kim getting that to Stanisic, number 44. Move not good enough, predictable move. St. Pauli has got that interception. Clearance coming in. St. Pauli looking to make some one-touch pass on the counters, but denied. Felix Zoya, the referee, now blowing that whistle for what? What is the purpose of this referee Felix Zoya? Oh my god, St. Pauli player is down on the pitch. He needs some fresh legs. St. Pauli needs fresh legs, and that is what Felix Zoya has blown that whistle. But he has denied a penalty to Bayern. He has denied that foul to Luis Diaz. Things have been really upsetting. Things have been really upsetting. And that is what Pauli now going to make those substitutions. But how are they going to score? Because it is the likes of Sinani, the man, the number 10, the striker, who made that move into the first half so early, because I think there was some sort of medical injuries or medical constraints for Hontonji. Hontonji, if he would have stayed up to those 65 minutes, he would have possessed that threat. And then if Sinani would have come into the page, it would have been a different story. But he is now out of his gas. So what are those substitutions which is going to be made by St. Pauli? Manager over here, it is Alexander Blessin. What is he going to do that? Luis Opie has come in. Cisse has come in. That is what the two substitutions which Alexander Blessin has made in. But same the thing is happening from Luis Diaz as well. He is out of his gas. Will Nicholas Jackson be put up into the lineup? And are still searching for their second goal, and that too at the Alliance. Olise this time getting it. He gets a curl to the far post for Luis Diaz, but I think it is 69 minutes on the watch, and Luis Diaz is looking out of his gas. Luis Diaz needs substitution, my boys. Luis Diaz, oh my god, we have got another vote coming in. Will Bayern make a comeback on our poll? 75% are saying yes, and 25% are saying no. But there is also that question which has been pinned onto the chat, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. Give your answers to that question as well, because tomorrow morning we'll be uploading that video, that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. Tomorrow morning sharp at 9 a.m. in the morning we will be uploading that video. Kimmich goes in, poor move. Pavlovic is also looking out of his gas. It is Pavlovic also looking out of his gas. Company needs to bring in substitutions. There is a foul coming in. Pavlovic is down onto the pitch, but no cards coming in. Felix Zoya, the referee, not giving any potential cards to Pauli. Gnabry goes in for Olise this time. Stanisic, will he get across? Yes, it is to the far post. Harry Kane, but straight into the hands of Vesage. This goalkeeper of St. Pauli, he has been quite decent, but he hasn't been tested good enough. If we are talking about this man, look at this. Harry Kane inside the box gets a shot, but a blocked one. Harry Kane is looking out of his form. Harry Kane is really looking out of his form. Look at that. It is Vassils, the goalkeeper of St. Pauli, who has been performing in this fixture. Has he been decent enough or not? Is the thing to be worrying in. But a set piece now coming in for Bayern. Olise going to take that corner. Had an opportunity, denied. Had an opportunity again denied. Bayern have to really work hard on their set pieces. It is a thing which they have to make happen. And on the mid pitch, a substitution is needed because Pavlovic is looking out of his gas. Pavlovic goes in for Diaz. Back to Bishop. 96 this time. Bishop again. Bishop is not getting that professional. He still needs those development on the left part of the pitch. Minje Kim goes in. Gnabry passes back again to Minje Kim. Da this time. Kimmich is looking for the ball on the mid part of the pitch. Oh my god. Minje Kim has a pass and Sinani, the forward of St. Pauli, has a fall on the pitch. Nutmeg from Minje Kim. We have to watch that. Olise is getting man marked. He's passing back. Manuel Neuer. Is this game going to end in a draw, or are we going to witness any of the sides going to win that? St. Pauli needs a win because they are so down on the table, and Bayern needs a win to regain their confidence. That is what the thing is. Because in the Bundesliga table, if you are talking in, Bayern are with 12 matches played, 10 wins. If this is going to be a draw, it is going to be their second draw. If there's going to be a loss, it is going to be their first loss in the Bundesliga this season. Undefeated remaining, but 6 points ahead of Leipzig, who are at the second spot. So the difference is quite high up, but Bayern would be wanting to impose that win for today's fixture so that they get that 8 points lead in the Bundesliga. That is what Vincent Kompany and his men are trying to find to regain their confidence back. It is Stanisic now passing that to Olise. Olise with his left footer. Will he make a curl? He goes that. Whom is he trying to make that pass, my boy? 74 minutes. Only 25 minutes left for this. Only 25 minutes left for this fixture, and Harry Kane getting that shot on attempt. The third shot from him coming in. Just couldn't reach the goalkeeper because it has been blocked. Manuel Neuer this time goes for Bishop on the left part of the page. Pavlovic. So Goretzka is not getting by any means involved in the gameplay from Vincent Kompany this season. So is Goretzka out for sale? He goes that. Olise, first touch, not good enough. Olise is not getting those first touches good enough. So is Vincent Kompany thinking that the peak of the season is not the time where you have to achieve it? Still you have got 2 or 3 months left to be on the peak of that form, but you can't afford to lose even. Pavlovic this time goes for Kimmich. Upon the arrival of Serge Gnabry, I am not seeing him getting involved. Pavlovic trying to find Harry Kane. Right footer, will he get a touch to it? Vassils, the goalkeeper, getting that save into his hands again. Will Nicholas Jackson be called in? Will Harry Kane get some rest and Nicholas Jackson be called in? Bayern are still trying to just squeeze that 100 million of Harry Kane by playing him all those fixtures. So we're trying to find Gnabry on the right wings, but Pauli are just parking the bus and not allowing anything, but have to find their hard way to get their second goal. And St. Pauli in the second half are yet to open up. They are yet to open up. Gnabry goes for Kimmich. Minje Kim getting that miss, or it was a nutmeg again. In the second half, I am seeing Minje Kim getting some nutmegs. On the defensive aspects, it would be heavily risky if Bayern are going to concede their second goal. Luis Diaz now, Pavlovic. Pavlovic misses that. Pavlovic is really out of his gas. That is what I am saying. STP 4281. I think it's because Harry Kane is always likely to score a goal. Yes, Harry Kane has been always scoring a goal, but he needs some rest, my boy. Harry Kane needs some fresh legs to be coming in for the next fixtures. He has been playing 90 minutes, all the fixtures, 55 to 60 matches a season. You can't expect a striker to be doing that. It is mine, either they are going dependent on him, or it is the Harry Kane who is making this to happen. But Bayern needs to get those rests to Harry Kane, because it is not even the half of the season. If there is some injuries to Harry Kane, there was some sort of a back pain which happened to him in the previous season. I mean, not the previous season, it was under Thomas Tuchel, where he had those back injuries and he missed those crucial UCL fixtures for 2 weeks. It could be a hard slap for the Bayern management for not getting those big transfers and playing Harry Kane consistently for 90 minutes all the fixtures. It would be tough, because there is no guarantee that when Alphonso Davies and Jamal Musiala Bambi are going to make a comeback to the team in the month of January or February, all the other players will not be having any injuries. What will happen if Olise is going to get an injury? What will happen if the aspect of Harry Kane is going to get an injury? Is Leonard Carl still good enough to replace Olise? Is Jackson so good enough to replace Harry Kane if the injury is going to happen? Is Serge Gnabry Chef has got the best of his forms to get those Das reboot in him if there is some sort of injuries Luis Diaz is going to get? It will be worries. It will be worries. And the oil merchant clubs have got those big numbers talking in, and they have got those big transfers. They have got those whole list of 30 to 35 players in the squad, and they can even make 2 to 3 squads for UCL based on the talents of the players. They are struggling that way, and Bayern on the other hand are just sticking to, just look at the lineup. I mean, Bayern, the total team squad, the team strength which they are having, let me put that onto our screen so that you can have that perfect view of it. Look at that. It is from the BE Soccer app. You can download it. You can watch it from there as well. But look at that. On the goalkeeping aspects, Neuer is the sole man playing. Ubig is not decent enough. Klank is from the academy. Janius Balt is from the academy as well. Ulrich has not even been tested. He is just staying on the team. So apart from Neuer, there is not a potential goalkeeper who can play that. Ubik has been consistently missing it most of the time. That has what the scene has been. He hasn't been that good enough. Again, look at that. It is Taha, it is Davies, it is Lima, Upamecano, Minje Kim, Stanisic, Guerrero. These are the options on the inverted backs. So there are Davies, Lima, Stanisic, and Guerrero. Hiroki Ito is now back in the squad. Guerrero is back in the squad. But what will happen if the likes of Upamecano or Ta are going to get some injuries? It is inside the box going in. Harry Kane, no, denied, my boy. 80 minutes on the watch. It could have been a header coming in, but missed. What a perfect curl from Olise it was. Pauli are giving everything to survive in this. So yes, that is what the thing which we are talking. Look at that. It is Sacha Boy. He was getting some opportunities in the first few matches of the first in the half of the season. It is a goal scoring opportunity. Harry Kane takes a shot, but it hits the post again. Three shots from Bayern today hitting the post. First one it was from Leonard Karl, second one it was from Bishop, and now it is Harry Kane getting that shot blocked by the post. It is Felix Zoya the referee, it is post. So many of the disruptions apart from those 11 men of St. Pauli so down in their box safeguarding the nets against Bayern. Again a set piece. Kim is going to take that. A header coming in. Harry Kane to the far post. Will he get that? No. But that is what we are seeing in the squad for Bayern. Look at that. It is the players are available over there, but not a potential player to get those replacements if the first lineup of the choice of Vincent Company is getting some major injury. That is what the thing is. Kiala is there, but he's from the academy, still haven't been given those opportunities. Kimmich, Gnabry not in the best of his forms. Kimmich is there at times proving it. Jamal Musiala is way down in those injuries. Bishop is that young man who is looking building up those confidences. Goretzka, I think in the month of January he is on those sale. He has been put on those sale. Oh my goodness, Star has got an ugly challenge. Felix Zoya, the referee, is picking up that card from his pocket, and I think he would be definitely giving it to Tar. Yes, it is. Felix Zoya is not leaving any stones unturned to hurt Bayern mentality over here, denying a penalty, denying that challenge to Luis Diaz inside the box, and now it was a challenge from Jonathan Tah and a straight yellow card coming in. A straight yellow card coming in. Leonard Karl is the man. He is making those moves, but not good enough. He has got those UCL2 goals, but in those big matches, will he be the bad totally making it up to those 90 minutes? If Olise is going to get some injuries. Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, Olise, Jackson, RAMSAY, but RAMSAY not being utilized. Jackson not being utilized to the best. There are some sorts of mismanagement also happening from the Bayern management as well, I would say. So finally, it is Jonathan Tah who has got a card, and it is Vincent Company. And it is Vincent Company who is now bringing in Nicholas Jackson, 82nd, 83rd minute on the watch. It is Nicholas Jackson who has come in onto the page. He's staying close to Harry Kane in those attacking aspects. Will he get a comeback goal? It was a shot from Harry Kane on those 76 minutes, I guess, but it was a miss. Goretzka is there. He has come onto the page. Nicholas Jackson has come onto the page. Goretzka, I think he is going to be high up. Whether it is going to be Tah the sole man staying on the defense because Kim Min-jae has been dropped. Harry Kane trying to get a loose ball, no, denied. Bishop trying to get that left footer to Diaz, blocked. Bayern needs to bombard, my boy. Serge Gnabry takes a right footer. It was a curl coming in, or was that a rising shot from Serge Gnabry? But at the Alliance, he's taking those shots, but not keeping the ball into the woodwork is a worry. He was seen making those few good moves in the early few fixtures of this season. It was some sort of a comeback we were expecting. Bayern fans were expecting that Serge Gnabry is making some sort of a comeback. But no, again we have got a vote. Will Bayern make a comeback? On the poll section, yes is 78%, no still believes 22%. That is what the storyline is, one each. But there is also that question on the chat that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. No answers on the chat for that. But tomorrow video sharp at 9 a.m. we'll be uploading that video on our vlog section. And I took really 48 hours and 9 to 10 times I have watched that total match day of Bayern versus Arsenal 9 to 10 times, and I have made that analysis video and it is on the preparation mode, and tomorrow morning sharp at night that video will be coming in. But I needed that answers to be coming onto the chat that why Bayern lost to Arsenal, but I got no answers for that. To Bayern fans still looking for those answers that why Bayern lost to Arsenal? Or are they hesitating to give those answers that what was the cause behind those big upsets? Oh my goodness, St. Pauli has already consumed those substitution chances. No more substitutions for them. Can Bayern make the utilization of that? It is now Stanisic trying to keep the ball rolling. He is passing that. Goretzka on the defense. He's trying to make it wide up. Serge Gnabry, will he get the hold of the ball? Denied. Man are still looking for the answers of their comeback goal. 87 minutes on the watch. There's 3 minutes left plus stoppage time. What will be the outcome? A win is needed, my boy, to get the confidence back. Because it is at the Alliance Arena, at your home you are playing it. You need to get that win. But what will be the answers of Manuel Neuer conceding that goal early in 6 minutes? It was an error from Kimmich, whether that was an error from Lammer, whether it was some sort of a defensive total setback from Min Jae Kim. What actually happened for that early first goal? Neuer this time, passing it again. Kimmich goes in for Goretzka. Stanisic, Bayern players are looking to be moving high up. But look at that cluster. It is Gnabry, it is Harry Kane. Both are just overlapping their position from the mid spaces. That is where the angle is not happening. Stanisic goes in. Luis Diaz deep down. Passes that to Jackson. Jackson goes for Olise. Olise is out of his gas so early. Is there some sort of a worries for Olise the way he is not looking good in shape? And that is what the thing is from Harry Kane. The two perfect goal scoring machines for man are bit looking out of shape. It happens because in the season you can't expect a player to be making those 55 to 60 minutes of performances onto the best of their form. I say goes for Gnabry. Jackson, will he get a touch? Missed. Jackson is totally getting disaligned, not at all aligned with the team. Oh my god. Pauli were looking to make a counter, but not a threat. 89 minutes on the watch. Will we get that? Man has not been able to pose that threat because 13 shots only they have taken and 1 on target. That too at the Allianz Arena, but after that humiliation against Arsenal, I would say the stats are speaking that after that loss, Bayern players have lost their confidence and they have to regain that. They have to bounce back. That is what this watch along is all about. A victory is what is needed. "90 minutes are up. 90 minutes are now officially up. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Olise gets that. Will he pass it? No. Denied. Gnabry goes for Kimmich. Kimmich gets her left footer curl to the center part of the box. Now you are making those crosses, my boy. And that is what I was expecting to be making in from the early first half. Oh my goodness, Cisse has got the ball. He is making those counters for Pauli. Number 9, will he make a shot? Deflection coming in. Stanisic making that good. But at the cost of a throw coming in. 90 minutes are up. 6 minutes of stoppage time being awarded for this. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Will St. Pauli get a lucky goal out of nowhere? It would be totally devastating. They're looking to get those time waste management on the side part of the pitch. But Luis Diaz winning that tackle good enough. He has won that throw in. Take that quick, my boy. Bishop goes for Ta. Placing it on the right back. Kimmich moving high up. Pass it to Olise, my boy. He's tracking back. He goes for Ta again. Goretzka this time. Why Bishop is not staying down and allowing Goretzka to stay high up? Oh my goodness, look at that. It is now the sole man Ta staying on the defense. Stanisic and Ta are the two defensive poles now staying deep. I mean deep on the edge of the center of the box. Bishop gets across to the center, but his crosses are not happening for a header, not for a touch, and are getting intercepted. Stanisic again trying to pass it to Olise, but the passes are not reaching the players. What a total energy and what a total hard work Bayern players are giving in this, but not getting that second goal. Pass it to Gnabry, my boy. Yes, Olise gets that. He goes for Goretzka. It is Kimmich so high up. Make a cross. Left footer from Kimmich. A header coming in. It is into the nets, my boy. It is into the nets and it is Luis Diaz. Lucho has got that. It is a set piece goal coming in and across from Joshua Kimmich. It was assist that was into the box. A header coming in from Luis Diaz. Bavarian mentality is back. It was the second goal which was needed because St. Pauli getting that first 6 minutes goal so early on were just down on their defensive aspects with 11 men safeguarding the nets. It was also the referee Felix Zoyer who was getting those assists to them, denying a penalty, denying that tackle to Luis Diaz, denying that tackle which happened inside the box, not giving a penalty. But now the second goal, the clutch moment goal has come in. It was a left footer cross coming in from Kimmich. That is what I was seeing in from the first half, that when the St. Pauli 11 players are down on the defensive aspect, you have to make those aerial crosses to be coming in onto the center part of the box where you can get those headers, where you can get those overlapping runs. And it was the first goal which happened from Rafael Guerrero. And now on the 93rd minute, it is Lucho Luis Diaz has got it. Yes, get it. It is Predator Bond 4624 on our stream saying that yes, get in, my boy, get in. We have got that victory. 3 points is ours at Alliance. You can't snatch that from us. We will be winning that. What a marvelous goal and what a marvelous assist it was. That is what the mentality is. Bayern are looking to bounce back. We need to bounce back, and this game is proving that we are bouncing back again. We are making that comeback again. It is that long streak of undefeated stretch. We are going to make that happen again. What marvelous. But now a set piece. It is for Pauli. Out of those 6 minutes of stoppage time, 4 minutes 40 seconds are up. St. Pauli have been fighting really good enough. St. Pauli, depending on their possibilities, what they were having as their assets, they have really played that well. Oh my God, look at that. Vassi is the goalkeeper of St. Pauli, high up, trying to make a header inside the box of Bayern. 5 minutes of those stoppage time are up. Only 1 minute is left. Can we get that third goal, my boy? Can we get that third goal? Vincent Company on the sidelines. What are the instructions which he is giving to the team? Is he wanting the team to go on for those counters because Pauli are now moving high up, or it is Bayern players who are trying to get those defensive aspects? Yes, most of the players are down on the box for Bayern. They are trying to safeguard the nets. That is what a good job is. It is a ball win-win situation. Gnabry has won that. It is Jackson he is going to get. Will he get a goal? He gets that into the nets. It is 3-1, my boys. Mentality has won. It is football which has won, and it is the third goal coming in. What a good move. It was Gnabry on that press making that tackle. He wins that comfortably. Felix Zoyer not making any referral claims on that, neither the sideline referees. It wasn't offside. The sideline referee were there. No flags were raised. Not even Gnabry has got a touch to it. It is Jackson who gets the ball in the open play up against the likes of Vassage, and Jackson has scored on that 1-1 against Vassage. It is a move, confidence building move, and Jackson, look at that celebration he is doing on the sidelines. But will this goal stand? Felix Zoyer and his hypocrisy, as well as his annoying decisions, not giving those penalties, and now he is stopping the gameplay. The stoppage time is up. 6 minutes of the stoppage time is up. Whether this goal is going to stand or not, that is what the referee Felix Zoyer is talking. I think he is talking to those match officials whether it was a touch from Gnabry or not. If that would have been, it would be an offside, but if it is not, then it would be a straight goal coming in for pocketing Nicholas Jackson against Vassage. Felix Zoyer, the referee on the pitch. Oh my god, he is pointing to those side screen VAR. Match officials are reviewing that. It is a goal. It is a no offside. 3-1 is the score line. And whom are you expecting to announce that? It is Felix Zoyer, the referee, who is announcing that. It is Felix Zoyer, the referee, who is announcing that it is a no offside because Gnabry didn't had any touch to that. It was a press from him, and in that tackle, St. Pauli let the ball loose. It is Jackson getting that, and Jackson getting that. What is the number of goals which Jackson has got so far in this season? Let me check that. Let me check that number of goals which Jackson has. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Nicholas Jackson, this season, he has played 14 matches, 4 goals and an assist. Not a bad stat for a lonely player. Not a bad stat for a lonely player, as well as those who are not getting those first lineup opportunity, and he has got 4 goals. This is his 5th goal. How could you imagine that? A lonely player making him those big laurels. It is Jackson getting his 5th goal of the Bundesliga coming in. The final whistle has been blown, and it is Bayern who has won that 3-1. But at a stoppage time victory coming in, who could have expected that it is going to happen? Who could have expected that this is going to happen? Bayern are going to get their comfortable 3-1. But this wasn't the story looking happening from the first half. No denying the fact it wasn't the story looking in coming in from the first half. Things were quite ugly shaping up, but Bayern regained their position, regained their confidence, Bayern regained their form. Oh my goodness, I thought that notification of VAR no goal. No, it is a goal. That is what 3-1 is the scoreline. And in the Bundesliga, talking about 34 points is where Bayern is standing. It is now 8 points the difference against Leipzig, who are at the second spot, 12 matches played, 26 points. Leverkusen at the third spot with 23, but Dortmund has lost many points and are dropping on the 22nd, but they still have a fixture tonight against Leverkusen late at night. That is not Dortmund and Leverkusen will be playing each other, and the team winning that will climb to those 26, and Dortmund can climb up to those 25 points, the maximum of that third spot where Dortmund can afford to have. But Leverkusen in the UCL, they have got that victory over Manchester City Pep Guardiola. Leverkusen under the likes of Casper Homeland, I would say not doing bad. SDP4281, thank you for an excellent watch along. You gave continuous commentary which most other watch along channels do not, and this made your channel very engaging. Thank you again. Oh, thank you. My goodness, this is the first time I am getting any members to be chatting on to my live stream. I generally get no subscribers or no persons to be talking. I just speak solely over onto my channel. That is what the ugly part is. But thank you for coming on to my stream, my brother. And yes, tomorrow morning we'll be uploading that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. It will be coming on tomorrow morning. I took 48 hours and watched that fixture match day of Bayern and Arsenal a total of 9 to 10 times. And tomorrow morning we'll be uploading that. Till then, Mia has happened, my boys. It was that poll on the chat which was pinned that will Bayern make a comeback? Yes, it was 78%. So 78% fans have won, and no, it was 22%. I'm sorry, those of you who voted no, but Bayern has regained their confidence, and this victory states that after that humiliation to Arsenal, whether it was a mistake of Vincent Company, whether it was a mistake of Bayern's management in getting those transfers, whether it was the mistakes of the players on the pitch, some are complaining that Bayern were not at all getting any talking against the Arsenal set pieces, the different aspects. But the main thing which is missing from all those aspects is what we will be uploading tomorrow morning. Whether oil clubs are going to be winning the UCL again, or whether it is the football mentality where the talent is there are going to win the UCL. We'll be waiting for that. But for this, I will be closing that poll which was pinned onto the chat. I will be closing that question that why Bayern lost to Arsenal. We will be closing that, ending that question as well. And those of you who came to our stream, a big warm hugs to all of you. And Mia and Mia, football has won. Till then, keep going, guys. Bye bye. Good night. I will just now end the stream. And yes, in our playlist section, there are many playlists which have been created for Premier League, from the likes of La Liga, from the likes of Bundesliga, from the likes of Serie A, ISL. You can get those playlists as well as there is this vlog section where we put on those analyses as well as those tactical gameplay breakdowns, post-match analysis. They are also available there. You can have a watch of that as well. Till then, bye bye, good night. Mia and Mia, my boys, Mia and Mia. Bavaria mentality is going to be coming back. We are going to get that regain in our confidence back, and Bayern are going to win again those long streak of matches until and unless we find Arsenal next in the knockout stages of the UCL. Till then, we will get many players in the squad. We have got those special winter transfers as well. Bye, my boys. Bye. Keep going.